So, just thinking about yesterday's events, the shooting and the pop up at my house. I'm not saying people beating my door down or anything like that, but the way they be knocking, honestly, the way my door was knocked on yesterday, it's like I don't know. I don't know who this was messaging me in 2011, 2013. That's why I stopped talking, but the person's last name just came back to me. See, I don't be planning on getting on here and then not saying anything. Anyway, um, yeah, not saying that he's beating down my door. I mean, like I said, in a literal sense, it almost seemed like it, but not saying people beating down my doors like they coming over here on a regular basis. But I was talking about yesterday. I just don't want to be included in nobody's shenanigans, nobody's mess. I don't want to be part of nobody's cleanup crew, no nothing, because I'm still trying to do my stuff from my household. And that's just that. I'm not doing it in a mean way or that like that. I don't mind being helpful, but I got to be helpful to myself at this time. I can still love other people. I'm not trying to just be a lover of myself But I can love y'all from a distance, and that's how I really want to keep it because people are messy. But yeah, the one that knocked, it's just still on my mind. The one that knocked on my door yesterday. Of course, I got definitely love in my heart and stuff for this person, but I'm not all the again, just all the probably just side conversations that have been spoken about me over the years that I don't even know about, the actions that have been taken, again, just it's just be stuff that people be in favor of regarding my life that um or in agreement with regarding my life that is not the will of God. It's just sometimes it's just what they mind may be thinking, and I've been guilty of that as well. Um, but what their mind may be thinking, perceiving of me, or whatever the case. So basically, they walking by sight and not by faith, and I think that's what it all boils down to, is that it's a faith walk, and and I mean, I guess my ear is itching too. My right ear is itching. Right ear itching. Had a dream that I was riding in a passenger. I was a passenger, but the passenger seat was on the left side, which is usually the driver's side anyway. So, but I was a passenger, and so I was driving on the right. And they was trying to drive too fast, and I was like, slow down with me in the car, baby. They did a little smirk, like, oh, she feeling scared. Yeah, you're not gonna drive like a bat out of hell. But what stands out is that the person was the driver's side was on the right. So I don't know what all that indicates, but honey, I'm not trying to ride with. Honestly, this person I'm not even trying to ride with, but I'm definitely not trying to ride with nobody that's driving crazy like that. Stop, stop doing crazy stuff. um, at this point, I'm about basically like I'm not trying to ride with none of y'all. None of you know how to drive. Anyway, um, so yeah, I don't know if my previously known stepdad, I, I do feel like and strongly believe he has, but I don't know what has been said. It's just conversations about me and my life and stuff like that. And I just still feel like y'all be too invested in my life as opposed to, your own or whatever. As opposed to focusing on whatever it is that God wants you to get right with him. Um And it's just people in general be too invested in the lives of other people as opposed to working on their journey, their individual path with I don't want to say path, Lord help me, but their individual journey with God. But that's because a lot of them ain't putting God in the equation. Of course, they taking him out, just doing what they want to do. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm higher than anybody else. I just know that I did throughout my life purpose to have God first, put God first, have him first, keep him first, submit my life and my kids' lives over to him. And anybody else that was around me, I prayed and interceded that they would, do God's will and, willingly and be obedient and things like that. But you can't make nobody. But prayer works. I never really naturally think about praying for the older generations as far as them getting saved or anything like that. But I can say that I can pray, Lord, whoever is in the older generations that really don't truly know you and really uh maybe desire a relationship with you. I don't know regarding my like I said, my previously known stepdad. I don't know, he ain't got baptized. I don't remember him getting saved or anything like that since I've known him. I remember him going to church, but all that other stuff, I don't know. And then he could have gotten that done, and I don't know. I think we would have been invited, but he could have gotten that done, and I don't know. We just don't know about it. But yeah, um, for y'all to be, for somebody to come to my door, like, oh, we know who probably. This is what I'm imagining anyway. I'm thinking, but oh, we know who probably during these times, crazy times, with all this happening, we know who got a relationship with God, or that we know of. But that's the thing. Don't put me on a pedestal, because I'm not God, and I'm not. I'm a person. I'm still a human like anybody else. Of course, having this, we're spiritual beings having this human experience. But I guess that's what people tend to do. Yeah, turn to who they, even if it's a subtle way. It's like I'm not uh gonna do it outwardly, but I need to make contact with this person for some reason, probably beyond them, and also I do know this person is a believer. I mean, I think it was told to my daughter when she was younger, your mom is a praying woman and this, that, and the third. How you know? I don't be around y'all. But I mean I guess it's a good thing. Like I don't have no bad or terrible feelings, like I said after when he came over here. But like I said, I'm just not for the shenanigans. I'm not dealing with that, with nobody's bull crap. Um, I'm chilling out, honey. And I dare say, taking a bunch of time off from being anybody's scapegoat, getting pulled into anybody. It's peace. It's more peaceful when you can continue to sort things out with you and God, and in your household and in your life, and go at your pace, even though, something may have slowed you down previously, but just go at your pace and not have all that riffraff and all the foolishness and stuff around, or people trying to distract you. And again, just in a subtle way, or they teaming up against somebody else when it comes to you. Yeah, I'm not finna knock nobody regarding their feelings, but when you got certain conversations, and of course, conversations turn actions towards another person, and it be in common with whatever y'all thinking, as opposed to God's will, that's a problem. So, yeah. Um, like I said, I don't know what everything entails. I don't know what's all going on. I just know the shooting and stuff occurred yesterday. That was already going on when he came and knocked on my door, and that's that. And so, he's symbolic of some things, from some different things for me. Of course, a working man, a father. And I dare, almost dare say a real father, but I don't feel like you can be real unless you are rooted and grounded in God. But a real father, naturally, let's just say, a working man, a good natural father, remaining in his kids' lives, all of them. What else? What else? What else? What else? He's the, funny dude. Then, like I said, he does remind me of the dad that was in my dreams yesterday, who's also symbolic of, naturally I'm a man. He was getting on the grill in one of the videos. He's a man. He be grilling. He be working, but he is a man that I can say he basically put his kids to work for him. And I'm not saying that your kids ain't never supposed to, again, team up and have some type of effort, but you're supposed to be working on behalf of your kids, as far as them having some type of generational wealth. And honestly, this dude said his kids retired him or something like that. And so I don't know, I just always was like, is that how it's supposed to happen? And then the kids was boasting and they was proud of it and all of that. Yeah, I feel like honor your parents and stuff like that, but I don't feel like you need to exhaust yourself for them and work to retire them. I don't think it goes like that. I think if anything, your parents supposed to work to be able to retire. Of course, they can themselves. They be able to retire at a young age, or even be able to retire you and maybe even your kids. That's like generational wealth. That's not you living off of them, eating off of them, or coercing them into doing something that you want them to do, or what you want their life to look like. But anyway, so he reminds me of those things, which are definitely good things to me, but they might not be godly. He might not be doing it in a godly manner, should I say. But he been the reflection of it. But just that's not necessarily what God wants you to do. Maybe, so I don't know. Maybe he altered, you know, he and other people altered God's will. And I was told that he was a coward anyway. And I didn't ever see that or notice that, but I was just told that he was a coward about some stuff. And I just left it at that because, again, even with that, it's like, oh, he might be that, but I'm not getting in that. I'm not getting in that, and I'm not going to have them conversations about him with nobody else. uh, as far as him so-called being a coward. And, as far as I was concerned, he did some, he was brave in his, behavior regarding me at least one point in time. Maybe not all the time. So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, he got potential to be somebody that's brave and not having that spirit of fear that somebody's trying to put on him. And yeah, it was his own, one of his siblings. Well, he was adopted, but one of his siblings that was speaking that. So I'm like, girl, I don't know what y'all got going on, but don't bring that over here. And that's why I don't be opening my door, and that's why I don't be dealing with nobody, and they know. I'm not finna sit around and do that with y'all. I'm not finna do that. Of course, when my grandma was living, I tried to discourage her from doing that gossiping and coming and telling me about her siblings and stuff like that. And this is the thing I understand, just like I want to vent and talk about stuff, but you're not finna get me to come in agreement with, this person is a liar, this person is this. Okay, they may have lied to you or did something, like I'm not going to put that on them, on their name. If I haven't caught them in a lie, shoot, if I did catch them in a lie, I'm still gonna be careful not to label them that. Oh, they told a lie, but are they a liar? I don't know. You don't know what the circumstances was for why they felt they needed to lie, or how about what did you do to that person for them to make them feel like they, you know. So like I said, still thinking about some of that or whatever, or just thinking about yesterday, and then I'm kind of trying to stop thinking about the shooting, but I know once I turned on the TV, it's gonna be on. But this time I see it was all Hispanic children. I didn't know that was, well, I didn't know nothing about the school to begin with, but I definitely didn't know that was like, I guess, predominantly Hispanic area, or, um, Hispanic school, because I was waiting to see some other little faces sprinkled in there, but that's all we saw. So I'm like, what? Wait, what? What's going on? And just like God allowed for 10 people to be, I ain't say he made, I'm just saying he allowed for 10 black people to be shot and killed. They was elders. This time it was, a surplus of um, Hispanic children, young people. One time it was older people, the next time it was younger people. So I don't know. That just speaks volumes as to what's going on these days. Um, in the spirit realm regarding sin issues and things like that. Again, for me, the way I see it, should I say. And I mean, I know it's shaking people up. And to me, what bothered me was to see that dad on the news. Just he was calmly trying to remain calm, looking for his child. Well, I don't know. He might have just been naturally calm anyway. For and could have been just all right with it. But when he said her name and stuff, and then next thing you know, he couldn't find her. She was one of the ones that was killed in the thing. And my thing is, these were my first thoughts, but these are my thoughts now. You don't never know what type of voodoo and magic and this, that, and the third people are doing behind closed doors. And they may escape some kind of thing, or they may have honestly given their kids or their so-called loved ones over to some madness, and in hopes that it doesn't affect, doesn't reach them, or for whatever reason, for exchange of some type of, and that's just my thinking and what I'm imagining happen. I don't know. Of course, I don't know this person, but I don't know. He was just, it was a calm manner. As soon as he said it, about 30 minutes later or whatever, I came across stuff with that little girl's name of being one of the ones being killed. And the fact that it was a dad instead of a mother talking about it stood out to me because I don't know. I guess that's like a recurring type of theme or whatever. And I know June is the month that's supposed to be Father's Father's Day is in June and all that, but y'all, I don't know, honey. Mm, it's just been rainy and gloomy, so been easier to relax and stuff like that, as opposed to get some other stuff done. But this, the gloom is trying to contribute to grief because I definitely felt a little grief regarding yesterday. I didn't feel too much, but I felt some grief, and I'm like, man, what the heck? I don't want to say stepping outside myself because it's not that I'm just so wrapped up in myself that I can't care what's going on. Part of me don't want to, but in that moment, and I seen that man, I'm like, man, at least just talking and at least appearing to wonder where his child was and shit. He might have some of these parents be having dreams already. What's gonna happen to their kids or what's going, you know what I'm saying? He might have already at least had a hunch, if not known fully. This is it. Because one thing about it, the enemy will come. The enemy will let you know too. Well, God will let you know what the enemy doing, but the enemy will show forth and rear his ugly head and let you know. You know, this is the time, or something that you done did previously. He'll let you know. Oh, you thought that was free? You thought I gave you this for free? Oh, I'm coming to collect, baby. But anywho, mm-mm. I just ask God to be in the midst. As far as I'm over here, Lord, be in the midst. Continue to give us peace. I'm not just saying to just protect me and my house. I'm just asking God for protection on this day, yet again, for me and mine, and even, my daughter who's elsewhere. Let the angels encamp about around because, baby, it like one of them comedians say, it could be whatever, and you could be wherever. Like, I mean, schools, malls, theme parks, this, that, third, anywhere. And it's not just people with guns and stuff, but it's just freak accidents. It's, oh gosh, it's all type of stuff. So, yes, Lord. Naranaha Ikorahandasi, Ashikonaha Sodahandasi. And last night I was just feeling that grief, and I went into prayer last night while I was just laying down. Because I'm like, my goodness, it seems so. I'm not saying it's a simulation, but it just seems so real like that and it just be saving like the enemy. It's just uh at least he does gotta let me know. Do not agree with none of that. As much as it seemed like the devil ain't winning nothing. He's a defeated foe. Like the pastor that I was under said, we fight from victory, not for victory, and we need to stand on that and give God the glory. But oh, it's tough, man. It's tough sometimes, should I say? It's not always tough, as far as what I believe. Thank God that it's not always tough, but He ain't never say it was gonna be easy. It's possible though, with Him, not outside of Him, not aside from Him, with and in Him, meaning within Him, in His will. So, to God be all the glory. No, I'm not glad that nobody came knocking on my door. It just continues to open my eyes that people know it's on and popping, even if I don't know, but people know it's on and popping. It's just, of course, a lot of people say last days, this, that, and the third, end times, all this. I really don't put a label to it. I just say, definitely, I do know it's perilous times, but seem like that's always been. But it's some times, baby. We in some times for sure. Now they talking about monkeypox and speaking that it only come, well, I don't want to say only, but it come from gay men and this, that, and the third, and seeing the hands of a black man with some pox on his hands, and yeah, that's of course they're talking about famine, the babies running out of milk and stuff like that, and what else was it? Of course, the pestilence and stuff like that. Sheesh, man. Yekarandasia Ishna Ikorahandasia Sikona. Father God be in the midst. Yekashika Naha Isho Yede the Hai Isho Naha Ikorahandasia Sikona. Yakaya Ikorahandashia Naralaha Isho Kanaha Ikorahandasi. Yes, Lord. Hasiandasia Shianda Shikona. Because that's another thing. I just feel like certain stuff was stolen from me or tried to be stolen from me, and sometimes people forget about it, but sometimes people remember what they did and maybe develop a guilty conscience later, or I don't want to say never, but or carry a guilty conscience and knowing good well they could have did better towards other people and stuff like that, but they opted not to, or I know I got room for improvement. I know I could have improved, but most times I was just knocked down spiritually, naturally, and I'm like, dang, I can't even tend to what I need to tend to here because, and here lately on some of these videos, I've been having gas. So if I pass gas, pardon me, pardon the sound, should I say, because I ain't like y'all here to smell it. But I don't know. It's probably just getting that whatever fear to try to linger out. Because when you got a little get a little nervous, you might have gas on your stomach or whatever. So I'm not feeling nervous, thank God, but I'm thinking about all this stuff that is going on, and it's like it really does. You gotta let God do His part and remove that fear, because He didn't give us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and of a sound mind. But I'm not gonna sit here in front like I don't get scared of nothing or feel scared of anything. I'm definitely not. And it's rare. Thank God for that. And then the times when I do, I feel like I know who to call on, and I know who my life belongs to. So, but like I said, I ain't had no bad scares, but I have like these dreams and experiences that try to trigger me to get scared and stuff like that, or come into agreement with the dreams, and you know, but God, mm, 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 mm. I definitely can't imagine, don't want to imagine what them families are going through regarding losing kids and stuff like that, and that amount. And I haven't even turned on the TV for today to see anything else, but I'm telling you, I already know what I say though. But anyway, I'm about to upload this video and get my day started. Y'all know my day consists of what? Now, what is we gonna eat, baby? Kind of want some breakfast food this morning, kind of, sort of, but I don't know. That food that I ordered yesterday was not it. It was okay, it just wasn't it. So let me press on.